You definitely might have missed it, but there's a moment in the Arcane series that hints that Jinx might have traveled to Ekko's universe in a different timeline. Does that sound intriguing? Let's break it down. Let's start with episode 7. Remember the moment when Ekko finds himself in a different time loop, in a world where the Hextech was never invented? When he looks at his reflection in his watch and the mirror appears Jinx. But it soon becomes clear it's not Jinx, it's Powder. Benzo walks in and Ekko is just in a stupor. Powder hugs him. And it's important to note here, she has 2 tufts on her head, and one has a pink strand on it. Coincidence? I don't think so. What follows is more. The moment Ekko and Powder make contact, a strange anomaly occurs. And later, when Ekko is already deep in thought, he unconsciously starts drawing the Hex core. He feels ill and is found by Heimerdinger, who informs him that he has been waiting for him for 1128 days, 6 hours, and 20 minutes. They realize it's impossible to go home. Without a hexacore, there is no anomaly. And Vi, in this universe, is dead. Searching for answers, Ekko explores Jace's destroyed house and finds cracks in the walls with Hextech crystals. These crystals become the basis for a new device they create with Powder and Heimerdinger. Together, they begin preparing the new invention for an inventors contest where Ekko from the parallel world and Powder were originally supposed to participate. Notice these sketches and theories around the new invention. Powder knows better than anyone the mechanics of how this device works. She has all the blueprints and knowledge. Ekko recognizes her talent as an inventor, and accordingly, in the course of the work, Powder also shares her theories, and they finally manage to create the anomaly and some sort of device. This device is a time loop that allows you to go back in time for 4 seconds. And finally, look at that scene with Powder and Ekko. I don't think words are necessary. They both realize they love each other. Fun fact, the scene with the dance at the party is animated in 4 frames per second, exactly as long as Ekko is able to rewind time. While Ekko is sharing his thoughts and dreams with Powder, and the very scene that made all the viewers' stomachs water, I don't think words are needed. They both realize they love each other. Meanwhile, Heimerdinger has been busy improving and modernizing the device that will bring them home. Ekko is already preparing to go home. Powder holds up the pendant she wanted to give him, but he leaves without saying goodbye. And here is the moment of truth. Powder realizes that the man who has been so close is not her Ekko. It's not just the universe that separates them, it's fate. And now for the most interesting part. In the Series 7 finale, we see Powder visiting Vi. She puts the very same pendant in her dresser, next to the Hextech crystals she stole back in the first episode of the first season. And then, in a scene on the bridge, a blue-haired girl with that very same pink strand appears among the townspeople, and it was Powder. But how? We realize that Ekko, by creating the anomaly, triggered the butterfly effect. Their feelings were mutual in all worlds. Powder realizes that in Ekko's world, her sister is alive, and in hopes of seeing her again creates the same device. She is a genius who changes the world. She has all the records on hand and the most important element, the Hextech. An anomaly appears in her world that destroys everything. It's the same world Jace is in. They are not different worlds, they are different time periods. That is, Ekko and Heimerdinger are in the past, while Jace is in the not-too-distant destroyed future. Write down what you think of this theory. We'll probably see Jinx or Powder in the next installments, but it's hinted at in Noxus by this Raven, one of the leaders of Noxus. The creators of the series shared that they are already working on the next parts, Noxus, Demacia, and Ionia, but we will talk about it with another video. Subscribe and like